Yeah! What a great chapter this was. It had my two favorite characters of the series make an appearance, and both got to show off how badass or how bald they are. If you haven't guessed it yet, my two favorite One Punch Man characters are Saitama and Garo. This chapter wasn't heavy on the action, but it still had some epic moments, and some really funny ones as well. The chapter started off with Puri Puri Prisoner gracefully bursting through concrete like the man's man he is, and this is where he finds the chained man in a room. Of course, we all know this man is Garo. But Puri Puri Prisoner doesn't recognize him at first, so because of this, I thought he was going to release Garo thinking he was just a regular person. But he actually started to recognize him, and then all of a sudden Garo woke up, broke free from his chains, and beat the crap out of Puri Puri Prisoner. I guess those chains were just for show, as they clearly couldn't hold him back at all. Murata drew some really intimidating panels for Garo, which made him really seem like a monster. It seems like Puri Puri Prisoner is going to get more of a pummeling next chapter. But if he can't get up, I can honestly see Garo just leaving him there and going off to find his next target. He probably wants revenge on the Monster Association for doing what they did to him, so the heroes might not even be his primary target anymore. If Garo has mostly recovered from his injuries, he'll be a real force to be reckoned with now, since every time he reaches a near-death state and recovers, he breaks through a new barrier and becomes even stronger. He was already able to survive against Overgrown Rover and Monster King Orochi, so after this power-up he'll probably be at least close to Cadre level. The chapter then jumps over to Saitama wandering through the Monster Association base. Like most people would be, he was surprised there was a giant labyrinth under where he lived, but unlike most people, he decided to go casually look for their boss and give him a piece of his mind. Unbeknownst to Saitama, he already ran into and killed their leader, though Gyoro is pretty much the real leader of the Monster Association rather than Monster King Orochi. I doubt Saitama will make it to Gyoro before Tatsumaki gets through with them, though. The S-Class hero Flashy Flash heard Saitama's footsteps from behind a corner of a wall, and reasoned that since he didn't recognize him as one of the heroes that came with them to attack the Monster Association, and that his footsteps were too heavy to be from a child, he must be a monster, so he decided to burst out from behind the wall and lop his head off. Here is my fun fact for the day. Always check who it is before trying to kill them. Of course, Saitama was never in any real danger and casually dodged the attacks, but if it was pretty much any other human, they would have had their head rolling around on the ground right about now. I think Flashy Flash needs to be sent back for some more training. When Flashy Flash sees Saitama's face, he recognizes him as Demon Cyborg's psychic. But because he dodged his attacks, Flashy Flash started to go through a mental crisis because he thinks it should have been impossible for him to dodge his quick blows. To test if it was a fluke or not, he actually decided to attack him again. And since it was Saitama, he casually grabbed his sword. At this point, Flashy Flash would have just committed straight up murder if Saitama wasn't as strong as he was. And because of the multiple attacks on him, Saitama rightfully asked with a creepy face if Flashy Flash was a monster. We all know what this would mean for Flashy Flash, and it seems he kind of did too, as he asked Saitama if he really looked like a monster with fear on his face. And Saitama gracefully responded, saying he was the monster 4 locks in the face. Either Saitama was trolling him, or he just wanted an excuse to punch him in the face. Flashy Flash then reveals to Saitama he's an S-Class hero and that he's there to fight the Monster Association, which Saitama was surprised to find out that the Monster Association was right under where he lived. Flashy Flash tells Saitama how it's crazy to live up there since it's a ghost town filled with monsters, but Saitama tells him the free rent is more important since he'll just beat up any of the monsters. When you're as strong as Saitama, all you really need to worry about is your wallet. Flashy Flash is acting extremely cocky, telling Saitama that he should head back since it's too dangerous for him. You would think he would realize that Saitama's at least strong enough to hang around considering he just dodged and blocked all of his attacks. But Flashy Flash is so delusional he blamed it on his subconscious holding him back. Saitama doesn't really remember the way back though, so he decides to just stick with Flashy Flash as he thinks he'll lead him to some more monsters. Flashy Flash tries to get rid of him by running away extremely fast, but Saitama's casually running right behind him. This moment made me chuckle. Saitama just looked like some happy-go-lucky guy innocently saying, "Let's go!" while Flashy Flash is in utter shock. It's almost like a scene out of a horror film. I hope this duo stays together because Saitama and Flashy Flash is shaping up to be one of my favorite team-ups in the series so far. They play perfectly off each other, with Flashy Flash being the speedy straight man with somewhat murderous tendencies, and Saitama playing the overpowered comedian, also with some murderous tendencies. I'm wondering which group of heroes and monsters this unlikely duo will run into first. Hopefully we find out soon, but the next chapter may go back to one of the fights with the cadres. Either way, the next chapter should be good. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long for it though. Until then, my fellow weeaboos,